Good morning, this is the DC Beltway Gardener. It's May 1st. I haven't done a video in a while because I've been learning Lightworks. So we're just going to take a video and put it right into production today because I'm doing a lot and I need to be gardening and not video editing. So what I have here is I just rolled up my frost cover after about 3 nights of cold weather. And everything's done pretty well. I did start some tomatoes early. This was a few weeks ago. I put 6 in here. It's not exactly the square foot method. It's my square foot and a half method, just to be funny, I guess. Plus I didn't want to measure. And then yesterday I put in another 6 tomatoes over here, various varieties. I know there's at least a couple Cherokee purples. Some I saved seeds from last year. Others I just got from a packet, but I have a Anna Russian, a Brandywine, a Glacier that's really small back there, and a Black Print. What I'm doing today is I'm applying nitrogen fertilizer, fish fertilizer, 551 to my new plantings, and then getting some fertilizer on my garlic because it needs that every 2 weeks. What I usually do here is I just take the fish fertilizer, the fish emulsion. I prepare it in gallon jugs just so they're ready to go, and I use my fertilizer only sprayer to get at them, and it's a lot more efficient and less wasteful than what I used to do with the watering can. These garlic are doing pretty well. I'm going to have to figure out what these are. Oh, here we go. Chesauk Reds. They do really well here, at least for me, in Zone 7, Northern Virginia. Along with my chard, it's tucked in, and I do have 8 peppers tucked in right here using the square foot each. So later on, I'll try to sneak another 8 peppers in here. It's looking a little crowded, but these garlic will come out in July. On the other part of my front yard raised bed, I started a new bed. I haven't totally decided what I'm going to do in there yet. But what I'm thinking about is using that for like chard, kale, maybe my vining Malabar spinach can start from there. We'll just see what happens. Also, there'll be marigolds and cosmos all over the place. We'll finish up with a little impromptu. My Brussels sprouts, they are done for the year. You can still eat these flowers and the tiny buds you got there, but I've been cutting them down because I put potatoes here in my my raised bed that's in the front, and this back bed is going to have mostly basil, but right now I got some spinach. I've got some volunteer cosmos coming up because I had those all over the place last year, and I do have some cilantro that seeded itself as well. I love volunteer plants. I think that's the coolest part, just to see what comes back. And this one is ready to harvest before it bolts. There's only a couple of leaves on fresh cilantro like that. It's not like the store. They have a lot of flavor. I recommend starting them, but what you'll have to do is just totally keep succession planting all the way down throughout the summer because they just grow and bolt really fast. I just spotted this. I actually have some French breakfast radish that's doing okay in there. Looks like something tried to nibble it, but take a look at this thing. There we go. You can call that a successful year, except for whatever I'm sharing the radish with right there, right? Last thing to show you today in my impromptu garden tour, that's just adding time to my video, I guess, is I just finished preparing a 20-gallon felt pots here for my tomatoes. I have mostly a mix of garden soil and then the potting soil I had from last year that I rejuvenated with a little bit of fertilizer. I need to make room and get these winter sowing things out of the way. These are doing well. You can see my nasturtium started in the winter sowing. That's a vining petunia that was not able to grow last year, so we'll see what happens. And even my tomatoes have started in these milk jugs. So again, from previous video, the benefit of this is that you do not have to harden these because they're already outside. They're exposed to the sunlight. They've gone through a couple of cold nights, but protected. These are Grandpa Ott's. They're really pretty. These things never grow. I get rid of that packet. Sweet alyssum, nice trailing plant that we'd like to put around some flowers. I got some parsley. The borage is doing fantastic, and my oregano is being stubborn, but I have plenty of that anyway. So there we go. That's what the front yard garden looks like right now. And this was the raised bed project I showed you a few weeks ago, right? Along this fence. And you know, I have some sunflowers in here. This is a perennial. That could either be a blanket flower or a black-eyed Susan. That could be a black-eyed Susan. I just sprinkled the seeds that I had left over. They were just sitting on the ground about a month ago. So I just sprinkle them in here. And so let's see. That's $8. That's $8 at the store. Just sprinkle them in and see what happens. I'm gonna have to look that issue up on my sunflowers, but my sunflowers are doing really well. I'm gonna have to thin these, and as you know from my previous videos, I do not like thinning plants. But I'll have sunflowers all along this row here. First year of growing them, except for the tiny ones in the last year. That's going to be pretty neat. Well, that's all for now. Please make sure you subscribe, and I'll do more garden tours, even if they're impromptu. Hit that like button and throw me a comment if you have a question or if you want to share what you're doing. I'd love to see a link to how your garden's doing. And happy gardening in Zone 7, Virginia.